Someone that Butch and I know well, when assessing how things go in the city of Chester, said, what Chester needs is a sense of urgency. There's a lot of talk about, well, eventually this will happen or that'll happen. Plans are on the drawing board, but maybe we need to get a little more impatient.
Building Community is an award-winning video series created by the Chester Housing Authority to stay in better touch with its residents, staff, and the general public during these times of social isolation. Thank you for tuning in as Executive Director Steve Fisher and Ulysses Butch Slaughter bring interesting guests to discuss important topics of the day.
We need our residents to have a voice. You don't really want developers just building up everything around you. And you'll come see your city and you'll come here one day and be like, where am I? You want some part of Chester to still be, if not all, to still be recognized. So we have to be those people, those business people, those visionaries to bring it to pass. And sometimes you got to take it by force. Sometimes you got to, use unconventional methods on getting what you want to be heard, and just do it and go for it.
Oh, it's one other thing I did want to touch on. I don't think we overtly talked about it, is creating jobs. So that's something else on the forefront in my mind. So as I'm, become more successful as a business owner, then I have the opportunity to create more jobs locally. So I do think that sometimes we're hoping for Wawa or whoever. I'm not going to curse Wawa for coming to Chester out of existence, but I'm just saying that
yes,
other business owners can create jobs for the community. And, the more, we're able to grow, the bigger umbrella we can kind of support, people in terms of jobs. Because that really, working people are able to buy, fixed up houses, buy houses, and do other things to help revitalize the community. So I think that's important.
Awesome.
Someone that Butch and I know well, when assessing how things go in the city of Chester, said, what Chester needs is a sense of urgency. There's a lot of talk about, well, eventually this will happen or that'll happen. Plans are on the drawing board, but maybe we need to get a little more impatient and push the envelope a little bit. And you're the people that have the fire in the belly already. So I mean, you've done it for yourselves, and I think you need, hopefully you'll be able to transmit that to other people, and get us all wanting to get to point B a little faster than seems like we've been crawling, and we need to start walking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree, because I think when things do start really developing, because as the city kind of expands with gentrification within Center City and the surrounding counties, it's just a matter of time until people are just slowly drifting into Chester. And I think when more people start moving to Chester, they'll be looking for more jobs, they'll be looking for more housing. That's when a lot of the bigger developers are going to start having their eye, if they already don't, on Chester.
Right.
And I think it'll happen fast, just like it happened really quickly in North Philly, really quickly in Northern Liberties, really, really quickly in Brewerytown, all places that were 5 years ago completely different. And I would hate for that to happen to Chester, where nobody had any kind of hands in the matter. I know so many families that really could have benefited from gentrification. I'm not saying it's all bad, but they could have really had benefited from these developments, but they didn't, because they didn't have the information or the resources to keep their property or to sell it at a high price.
Right.
Didn't have the knowledge or the information. So again, there will be families in Chester that could make a lot of money on a property sale, or could keep their property for generational wealth, and they just don't have the resources or income. But then I guess I'm also then asking myself, like, well, what can I do to kind of help that effort? So
Yeah, maybe have a town hall or a forum
yeah.
to educate them, because it's going to happen. You know, it will happen, and it's going to be a great experience, but it may also be sad, like bittersweet.
Mhm.
You know, it's going to be sad to see some people have to leave or, have to move. But at least I would feel better knowing that I tried to get the education out to them somehow in a group setting. So that they will not be able to say, I didn't know, because, knowledge is power, of course, and mindset is everything. When people start saying that you care,
Yeah.
of course, they're going to start coming to your community and saying, oh, now we can build, because they finally care. They are waking up. Now it's over 40,000 people in this community and a lot of money to be made. But we have to first start to show that we as a whole care about our community, about ourselves, about our family, about our blocks. It's a block by block situation. When I first came here 7 months ago, it was really just my business open every day of the week. You had a couple barbershops, and of course you had even Wells Fargo Bank was closed because of COVID. All you can do is go to the ATM. But now 4 other businesses have, uh, started on this block as a result of my little old dream event space. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's what I want. I want to see more businesses thriving. And if it takes one to start a domino effect, great. It's enough, it's enough resources here. It's enough money here. It's enough, it's enough love here, enough people here for everybody to benefit from a business. And like Ms. Veronica said, and also to be employed by that business. So we just have to just make awareness in our community on, like you said, the housing market, what it's going to take to maybe stay, or, how much you should sell your home for. Like, it's going to take forums like that to really get people to moving and, just waking up a little bit. Right now, we've been a little sleepy. Some of our residents have been a little sleepy, and it's now time for us just to, shake it off and get it together and show that we want to stay here, because there's a lot of potential here in this community. So.
I think one of the things too is some people, we have a lot of silos where people are working together and doing things, but they don't understand that, okay, you have your table and you're feeding the kids on this corner, then 4 blocks down, somebody has their table, they're feeding kids, and 10 blocks that way, somebody has their table and they're doing this for the kids. But if they came together, how much more they could do, not just multiple locations, and it's kind of more like spread out. People don't understand, like, if we work together, that's less work on you. You don't understand, like, if it's 2 of us, it might go a little bit faster. And I think that's one of the things that we struggle with, because people have a lot of drive and a lot of will to do things, but they just are kind of struggling with the best way to do it. And some people think that just because I'm doing it, I'm satisfying my inner peace. I'm doing something. I'm doing my part. But if you partner with somebody else, how much more can you do? So I think that's what I see a lot of, is that, people are doing things and they're satisfying their inner peace, but they don't really understand how much more they can do if they came together with other people. But then we also have to think about the chief and the Indians. Nobody want to be an Indian. Everybody want to be a chief. I was like, how about we just all be Indians and be smart?
Sure.
And be aware of what we need to do to accomplish this goal. So I think that's one of the things. But I do know that, like Tyra said about the dominoes, once people start seeing those dominoes, they're going to try to jump in. Like, that ain't how it works. You can't slide your domino in as it's falling. You need to be in place. So when it starts rolling, you're a part of the flow. And that's really what we kind of got to say. Come on, y'all, let's get in. And platforms like this and us constantly talking and doing our part, I think will, make a difference. But we still got to keep talking and keep bringing them in and making our voices heard, because that's really the main reason I started doing what I'm doing, especially with Chesterview. I'm like, People like all that bad stuff. Oh, they shoot. It's not just shooting in here. Shut up. Let me show you something. So I would go around and get footage of things that people are doing that were pilots. Like, here, take a look at this. The news is not the only representation of Chester. So that was one of the reasons why I started the platform for Chesterview. I'm like, no, we have a lot of good stuff. So I will be coming and interviewing y'all ladies, all of y'all, even though Tara, you got the dream space now. I ain't got you for dream space. So I'm getting hitting all the dots. But that is one of my things. We gotta just keep sounding the alarm to bring them together because we're working, but they're just kind of not working the best way.